might not be incredibly entertaining today. Not in that great of a mood, as you can imagine. Brake fluid leak on the Accord. If you read the description, you've already seen it. If not, I'm telling you now. Probably say it a few more times as people drop in or out. Also, going to turn the lamprey top. But I can look up at a glance, see if anybody's dropped in and asked any questions. Doing a little talker-rating. So, when I press the brake pedal, I do feel a very slow drop. When I press it hard, very hard, at a stop. So, I have a sneaking suspicion that whatever the problem is, it lies in the rear. I'm going to check the rear first. We're also going to put brake fluid in it before we do anything else. The light being on means that it's very low. Dangerous, scary, terrifying, not good. Luckily, also not good. I thought this was half a bottle, not an almost empty bottle. B, there's nothing in here for you. Out garage, please. Out garage, go flowers. We need you flowers. You have a job to do. Good. We're just going to kind of fill them up a little bit. I have a feeling I might have to pump it a time or two to figure out where the heck the leak is. I'm going to top the reservoir up. I don't think any air got into there. No, you can't even see my face because it's pointing down. I don't think any air got into there. But probably have to bleed them anyway. After I replace whatever it is that's leaking. Kind of wish I had a longer USB cable. You know what? Forgot to grab my tea anyway. What is the maximum usable length of USB? The USB 3. Just to be safe. Not very long. 3 meters. So, that means I need some way to extend that to like 20 meters. Got tea. Today is Irish breakfast. Just quite delicioso. I like to be able to take the Logitech in and out of the small places with me. I can show you guys stuff. $32. Tell you what, I need to get me an active USB extension cable. They're not that expensive, actually. Okay. So, doesn't help me today, doesn't help you guys today, but perhaps that's an investment in my future I should look into. Also, that camera's too low. So I'm kind of like that's probably better. There we go. Now, still can't see my face. Okay, you don't need to see my face. Just need to come and hang out. Interesting. Clunk, clunk. That sounded like a Discord notification to me. I'm gonna grab my... Nah, we're not gonna grab the faucet. Interesting. Ah, there's a wetness down there. Alright. Well, that's disappointing. It's definitely not what I was hoping it was. Not what I thought it was. It's something far more annoying. The cord is down indefinitely. That is not the news I wanted. One or more of the hard lines that run to the rear brakes underneath the car. Oh, it's not something I can do today. It's not even something I can do this week. Tighten these tripod legs. Loosen this tripod leg. Oh, I saw the heat haze in a reflection of the laptop screen, which is actually matte. It's not glossy. Which I prefer a matte screen myself. And the way that it was shimmering kind of looked like smoke. I was like, what the heck's going on there? But it were just the heat haze. I'm gonna plug the Logitech back in. So when we need it, it'll be there. No, it is not a Civic. That is the beater Accord. And well, there's a leak in the brake system. Not in a place where I want it to be. I was hoping it was brake master, caliper, line to a wheel, rubber line to a wheel. Turns out it is none of those. It is a hard line right under the center of the body. Which means I'll look up the brake line here in a second. Read the Discord here. Conk. Could you define conk? Right. It seems as though something has changed. If it was okay before, whether it was perfect or not, the point is moot. But if it was working at all before and now it isn't, and the only thing that changed was it sat, you know, something has changed in the interim. Oh, okay. I got you. The same goofiness we've been trying to figure out. So I guess then you could go back to what kinds of things? Black thing sitting in sun. Probably not the best idea. So what you go back to then is, so
do you think it'd be possible to measure the hole for that mower and see what quarter of size discharge it is? Or just that neck going off? Right.
25 by 5 3/8.
Oh, you already measured it.
When you were staring at me doing it.
25 by 5 3/8.
So it might be a 5.5 ID or
I mean, a
something.
little bit bigger is better than not, because then we can just put it over the hole.
But yeah, because it won't have been designed to fit perfectly for like expansion and stuff. But that still doesn't explain why it keeps clogging even in the outshoot. That's weird. It shouldn't, the chute itself should not clog.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it has a lot to do with that pipe's not the right pipe for it.
But it was clogging after you took the pipe off.
Oh, maybe that's not the right thing at all.
I think it, my kind of theory is that it's old, and instead of being just the shape that it's supposed to be, it's collapsed some, and they designed the thing to shoot the thing, you know, grass into the bag with that specific.
I'd rather have a side shooter. One that
I mean,
sits down.
it'd have to be multi-piece and have to glue it together or something, but I could
I'm
print
gonna
one.
see if I'm gonna have her go and look at the mowers there. If any of them have one that's that size, I'll just buy that piece as an order. And then we'll just put it on. We can drill a hole, whatever we gotta do to it. We'll make it work.
Or we can redneck it.
Yeah.
Okay, where was I? Talking about, oh yeah, diagnostic. So when doing diagnostics, maybe it's sit down and story time. So doing diagnostics, unless it's something that you're designing and prototyping, which I have done, and assuming that you're working on something that has existed, that is just, it's older, maybe it's a year old, maybe it's 10 years old, maybe it's 50 years old, right? So standard diagnostics is step one. Where was the last place somebody was? Generally speaking, if something worked and then it didn't, you look in the last place somebody was. There's a chance they forgot something, they missed something, they put the wrong thing on, whatever. If you put the carb on and you haven't touched it since, and it was running, and then you stored it for a little bit, and then you bring it back out and you haven't touched anything still, and now it doesn't, we can kind of rule out the last place I was step and go to the next step, which is, what is the last thing that happened, what is the last thing that has changed that is different from the normal operation? Okay, so that's the next step. So the last thing that we know that changed that is different from the last known good configuration that was working is the storage, the not running. So what happens when things don't run? I'll tell you this, machines don't like not being used. You have to use a machine to keep it working correctly. You start putting machines, mostly this applies to like plastic stuff. When plastic is utilized, it will last longer than if it's just stored somewhere, unless you store it in like humidity controlled, climate controlled, like in a box, in a sealed container, or whatever. You know, that plastic will last longer, obviously, because it's being controlled degradation. But sitting in storage over winter or over summer or something like that, just like a storage unit or the garage or a shed or whatever, stuff's gonna degrade. So that leads us to the next logical step is, okay, what's the most likely to have degraded in that time period? And that goes, oh, that's not a good seat. Don't sit on the firewall. Firewalls aren't good seat. And that goes to, yeah, is the pump going bad? That's the next question, is what is the next thing that we can make a reasonable assumption that may be failing or might have failed in that storage period. Generally, it's things that need to move. Things that need to move are the more likely culprits for failure, from debris getting stuck in it. Maybe something got stuck in the pump and now it's just not moving, or it's stuttering, or it's moving slower than it should because there's a little piece of dust in an impeller, or I don't understand how that thing works. I would have to be there looking at it to figure it out, I think. And with both the Civic and the Accord down, my only vehicle now is the bike. I'm not riding a 300cc bike 3 hours to go make a $40 diagnosis, essentially. Sorry, bud. Yeah, if you got a spare, you can rip apart. Like, that would be ideal. Take, absolutely as many pictures as you can that show different sides. Like if you got a thing you take apart, you take a picture of it here, take a picture of it here, take a picture of it here, take a picture of it here. Well, flip it over. Obviously, don't. It'd be really silly just taking a picture of something above your head. But I mean, you know how to take pictures. Most people know how to take pictures. But yeah, take as many pictures as seems reasonable, I guess, to get like every angle. Because it's when I see something and I understand how it works, I can tell you how it's probably going to fail. And then, actually, I tell you what, the best thing you can do, I actually plan on making a video about this. I haven't done any video stuff in like 8 or 9 days. Like, I haven't edited any videos, I haven't recorded anything for videos, I haven't done anything. I've got some stuff that I need to cut together. I've got some stuff that I need to make supplementary materials for. I've got stuff. I don't know. It's depression, maybe? See, I don't know, but I come on here and I do this. And this is fine. This is great. If I could just live stream my projects and working on whatever cars, welding and grinding and what have you, like, if I could make my living doing that, that'd be great. It probably wouldn't be making a living doing the live streaming. It'd probably be making the living doing the fabrication and the repair work, and then supplementary income from live streaming. That's probably what would end up happening. I was hoping that within 3 months I could get to at least 500 subscribers, but it's been 3 and I've got 13. And I'm getting views, but I mean, rule of thumb for media content creation is what? 2%, 1%, something like that. It's a really small number of the people that view your stuff will subscribe and or like. A couple of youngins across the street playing in the neighbor's driveway. I'm just hoping they don't come home and just sit in the driveway there like, to get into my garage, kids. Could you move to the side a bit, please? Or leave. I don't know if they're home or not. Whether they come home or whether they leave. And the kids are kind of in the way. Doesn't matter. Kids are going somewhere else now. There you go. Don't have to worry about it. Are they Phillips originally? And they're just kind of old and rusty and corroded and kind of a pain in the ass. I think that's another one that's not monetization killer ass. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I don't know how wide this lens is. Come on, man. So a key for so here's a good one for you. They might not have been Phillips. They might have been. Let me look up the name. Because what's the brand? Who made it? I forget. Because if it is what I think it is, yeah, okay, I was right. JIS. It's probably a JIS screw. And you can use okay, Suzuki. So Suzuki, Kawasaki, Yamaha. I don't remember what Honda was doing in that era, but for sure, Suzuki, they're JIS screws, which you can use a Phillips on because it is a eccentric cross, right? Which means that the two lines cross each other right at the center of the line, so it's just like a plus sign is all it is, or an X depending on how you're looking at it. The difference is the center bit and how the shape of it, right? So Phillips has more bezel and JIS is thinner. So what you do is if you've got a set of Phillips screwdrivers with half steps, you go a half step down from what fits the biggest one that, or not the biggest one that fits, the one that seems to fit the best. You go a half step down from that and you pull out a JIS, no problem. Obviously, ideally, we'd like to have JIS screwdrivers. I don't have JIS screwdrivers. I own a Kawasaki. I imagine any Phillips that might be on that thing is probably gonna be JIS. And I should probably have a set of JIS. Hold on. Stand by. Got this super cheap, oh, it's probably Harbor Freight thing. The freaking bits just never stay in the holes. So annoying. That's they're annoying, dude, like totally. Okay. Because I've got regular Phillips. Whatever this star Phillips is, there's a second. But it doesn't even reach down to the head. I have no idea what that is. I've got these whatever the heck these things are, 3-pointed deals. I've got, these are not JIS, but I've got these guys. And I know this camera is not gonna focus. The aperture and the angle's all wrong. There's the mail lady. Thank you. See if I can get focus on this guy. I think it's trying to face center. Yeah, I don't think this lens will do it. Anyway, this guy, if you look at it side on, you see instead of being a Phillips where the sides are straight, the sides are curved a little bit, so it kind of does that number. I have no idea what the heck this thing's used for. I've never seen the tool or the corresponding screws that go with that shape. I've seen the 3s. I've seen these guys that kind of look like a drill bit end. Actually, wonder if the Logitech can do it. Okay. So this guy come on. So that guy, you see, kind of looks like a drill bit. I've seen those. Then we've got these are either 12-point stars or triple squares. I don't. No, this is a 12-point star. A triple square has 90-degree corners, and Volkswagen uses triple squares on a lot of their stuff. They're not Torx. They're not 12-point Torx. They're triple squares. Sneasels. And then I've got, you know, I've got these security Torx or safety Torx or whatever the heck you call them, with the little dimple in the middle, right? And I've got all this stuff. These ones, I've seen the screw, but I've never had any cause to use it. You see these on like I think I've seen them on like vending machines and stuff like that. They're kind of things that you need fasteners on the outside of stuff, but you don't want just a schmo with a Phillips screwdriver coming by and getting into it kind of thing. So it's sort of a security thing, because Torx, you can get Torx everywhere. These little like two-tine fork things, you don't really see them all that often. So it looks like stuff's missing. Could just be me not knowing how to organize correctly. And then this, I have no idea what the heck this is for. I have never seen anything that resembles a mating surface for that. I imagine, if you look down inside there, it's got a ridge, it's got a crest on the inside of these channels. So it's like whatever the shape would be angled on the out-facing edge, would have an angle in the center, along the center line. So it's flat, angle up, angle down, flat is what it would be. And I have no idea. Like, I've got no clue what the heck that would be used for. Like, I cannot fathom the... Kind of reminds me of half of inverted Phillips, actually. Like, if you just took the Phillips shape and you cut two of the cross off, so you just have the one, and it's just a point with some ridges. I don't know. I've never used it. Don't even know what the heck it goes to. What else? Jesus. Huh. Yeah, this whole thing's like mixed up. It's fine. But hello, mummy dearest. Creepy face. I wish my tea would cool down. I want some tea. I had to finish doing the freaking... Hear a noise. Okay. Washing machine. Guess it makes sense. So, cannot get my freaking throat cleared. Like the past 2 years. Just constantly feels like there's just something super annoying. Especially when you're talking, and you know how when you're talking and you got just light allergies, right? It's not, you're not sniffling, you're not blowing your nose constantly, just light allergies. So, and you're talking and you get that I don't know, mucus bubble in your throat that just kind of it fills, you're in the middle of a sentence and it's just like, you sound like the swamp monster. Then you gotta clear your throat, cough a little bit. You know, kind of interrupts the conversation. Super annoying. Yeah, what you should do is you should teach your mother how to open my YouTube channel, and we can all hang out. Of course, the way her brain's going these days, she might forget that she can't talk back, she has to type. I know she's not gonna want to type. I know that for a fact. She would sit and watch, but she wouldn't respond to anything. And she'd only sit and watch for 20 or 30 minutes at a time. Because she does not have her computer anywhere where she rests regularly. Yeah, she's, it's weird because I say this, there's a few people I say this about. I have, you met her, Holly Ann. She does the same thing. I don't know what it is. There's a thing. You do it, your mother does it, she does it. Where you're not nearly as dumb as you pretend to be. And I don't know why you or your mother do it, but Holly Ann does it because she doesn't want people asking her to do things or asking her questions. Probably turn the Logitech off now too, I'm not really using it. Turn it back on in a little bit maybe. Oh, she got back into Judge Judy and stuff again. I know she did for a while, and then she stopped watching those, and she was watching. What the heck was she watching? Because she was watching Law and Order for a while, and then she kind of got bored of that, and she was watching Judge Judy and I think People's Court for a while, and she got bored of that. And I can't remember what it was. I don't know. She was watching something else, but I guess she's back to the court stuff now. I don't know that I'm really feeling like doing this today. I don't know that I'm not either. I am kind of in a place, in my head, where I'm at is I ain't got nothing better to do. Might as well do this. What am I gonna do? Sit and watch YouTube all day, it just sounds boring. Of course, me sitting here trying to drum up business by getting people to watch YouTube all day. Irony. Not irony. What's that word? I don't know. It's not irony, but it's related. It's not farce. Farcism? Farcicalness? How do you conjugate farce into an adverb? I'm gonna look that up. I don't know. I'm gonna look that up. Hell? Farce as an adverb. How do you conjugate farce? Farcical. You can do farcicalness. Apparently. I mean, technically. Technically, according to the rules of English, you can turn any word into any part of speech as necessary, given that you follow a couple of very simple rules, right? And it's the reason the rules exist is simply so that other people who speak the same language, who should, probably don't, know the rules, can figure out what you're saying, even if it's a word they've never heard before. That's the point of language rules. So you don't need to know every single word in existence. You only need to know how the words are built, and then you can figure them out from there. Kind of how modern language works. It's not how all language works. That's how modern language works. Spoken language. You can apply it to written language. It's the same thing. Dragonfly, you don't want to be in garage. You're gonna get hurt in garage. Go away. Modicum. Who doesn't know what modicum means? Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe we should play word games online. That'll be a live stream. Word games. What do these weird ass words mean? Not weird to me, they're just words. Yeah, so there's a bit you can use called Google Lens. Honestly, Android and YouTube are the extent of my Google utilization, and I really don't like utilizing it that much. But I can do the second bit. Send you a picture. Try that, see that don't work. Yeehaw. Okay, so the place where I got to yesterday, before I did the outside lights, and turns out, we're gonna connect the exterior lighting circuit to the front room circuit and cause the wiring. There's space in the frickin' breaker box. They could have added a breaker just for the exterior lights. And it would have been a shorter run of wire than running it halfway across the damn building. Contractors. Don't trust them. Flat. Define flat. Which surface is flat? Okay, let's move the camera. Actually, I don't know that I need to move the camera. Let's move the camera. well, re-aim le camera. There we go. Just kind of looking at the, what do you, I'm gonna have to put you on frickin' manual focus, guy. Wait, was that image stabilization doing that? What? Huh, there's two switches on this lens. Was it in manual focus this whole freaking time? No, I just flicked the switch near the top, and that's the focus switch. Apparently, I've had this lens in manual focus. Go figure. I mean, you could probably also look up like the product page for this kit. I think it's Harbor Freight. It's Warrior bit set, like 50-piece bit set or 80-piece bit set, something like that. It might tell you in there. It probably told me on the box, but I just, you know, I only needed it for the one thing, so why am I looking at other stuff? Like, I don't care. Irish breakfast. Okay. This is where we got yesterday before the internet went down. Got this kind of T-shaped bit with some tabs that will keep the laptops from falling off. I don't know if I need to put tabs along the back or not. And I'm still going to put a piece of rubber down. Protect this. But like, oh, that's gonna work just fine. Sweet. I also have to go get some brake cleaner so I can clean this, so I can paint it. What? Wingnut driver. Huh, who'd have thunk it? I mean, I guess, yeah. Triangular, though. It seems to me like it'd be better to build it with 90s and flats. I don't know, because I'm just thinking of wingnuts like this big. Maybe it's just designed for little guys. Because the wingnuts that are in my head are like my roommate Chevy. His air box, his air cleaner, has a wingnut, and the thing's that wide. Like, there's no way that would take that off, right? Yeah, I know. Like, why do you need a tool for something that's already meant for you to use your hand to fasten? Tell you what, a contractor came up with that idea, that tool. They were like, "Oh, this is taking too long. I want to put it in the drill bit." You know, every time you go and you find a screw that a contractor's touched, it's just completely rounded out, right? So, again, never trust a contractor. I say that, McGee's a contractor and he does a phenomenal job at everything he touches, so. Most contractors. I mean, I guess it's just like, you know, you can say the same thing about auto mechanics. Don't trust auto mechanics because they're gonna try to rip you off. Not all of us do. Some of us are out here trying to help people out because we understand that, yeah, it's a business, yeah, it's money, and it's a company, and it's all these things that needs to be profitable. But this is people's livelihoods. If they don't have their car and they can't get to work, they lose everything. Like, it's the way our society is built and designed, and as far apart as things are in this country, people overseas would argue with me about the car point. In the US, cars are a requirement in most places. Some places you don't. If you can find an apartment that's not 60 grand a month in downtown New York, a block from where you work, huzzah! Bully for you. Most of the country is not that. There we are. Okay. So we got that. The next step is to build a frame for it in the car. You guys should text him, be like, hey bro, I know you're working, but stop what you're doing and come watch my stream. I'm actually gonna do that right now. Okay, ready? Ready? I don't know if the yeah. Stop whatever you're doing. Come watch my stream, bro. Don't make money. He makes enough money anyway, jerk. Actually, I mean, worst comes to worst, push comes to shove. Pack whatever will fit in the Civic up in the Civic, which is quite a bit with no interior. And I've asked him about it, and I was like, if push comes to shove, absolute worst happens, and I need to just go live in my mom's shed or something, I was like, think you'd be able to find somewhere for me to go to make some money? He was like, I got you, bro. So, and that's, I don't make many friends, but the friends I do make, I'm loyal to them and they're loyal to me, and we got each other's backs. Makes me kind of, what's that? Not teary-eyed, but that feeling that you get when you're about to cry, like just before you cry, that kind of twinge in your tear ducts and in your sinuses, that contraction that happens. Gives me one of those. Oh. So, I did do exactly the thing that I said I was going to do, and I forgot these in here turned on. I told you I was gonna do it. You didn't believe me. You did not believe me, but I told you. So I'm gonna plug them in real quick so that we can get them charged up, at least a little bit. Because I need to grind some of these sharper edges off. Real quick. And I need to look in here. That's what I need to do. So we're gonna turn the Logitech back on. Stick them up here. Let's see if that's about the right place. Sort of. Yeah. You want them kind of facing forwardish, I guess. Sort of there. Kind of wish I could put like a very, very small wide-angle lens on there. I probably could. I could probably just get a lens with the specific characteristics that I need, 3D print a rotary adjuster, and attach it to the body of the camera. I don't know how well focusing would do. Because the sensor in the webcam is itty bitty. The sensor in the Canon is enormous by comparison. It's 12 of the Logitech sensors. But I need to get that out of the sun. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Okay, so let me show you guys my techniques. Let me show you my unique, Dapkus creator for finding parts for things. I think I'm going to do a video about this, actually. I really kind of want to do a video about this. Speaking of, real quick, let me... Actually, I will be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. Like, sort of an emergency. I'll be right back. I promise. Alright. We're back. I've got to go do a thing. Do. Okay. I should probably do it. Less would be the better out there. I'll tell you what, you boy. Hey! You're too loud. Shut up. Shut up. You shut your damn mouth. Okay. But it runs. But it runs. Okay, so now I'm gonna copy that, paste it there. We'll see if that works. Maybe? Hey! Look at that, look at that. I don't know if it worked in there. We shall find out shortly. Shortly. Also, if Mr. McGee's going to join us, you can see the nice, lovely message left by one of his customers. Because I text him, I showed you. Text him, I was like, "Hey, bro, stop whatever you're doing and come and check out the live stream." He's like, "Well, all I'm doing is drinking a beer." Do you see the one? Actually, I don't know. Does the chat populate the one just above that message right there? What message? Yes, my roof looks awesome. Thank you, Mr. McGee. My mummy's roof. Do you see that? Is that in there? Oh, wait. This was a bad idea. You shouldn't be here. I'm going to be doing grinding and welding stuff today. You can't see what I'm doing. I'm terrible at it. I'm not a McGee. Crap. It was at that moment he realized he done the... So, yeah, the Accord, which is outside and I'm too lazy to move the camera, got underneath it this morning because yesterday I get in and I go to Jimmy John's to pick up an order that we put in, and the brake light's on. I'm like, okay, well, the Civic had a little electrical problem. Maybe it's the same thing. They're both old Hondas, whatever. So brake light's on. I pop the hood when I get to Jimmy John's. There's no brake fluid. I'm like, well, it's not that problem. This no brake fluid thing, that's the problem. And I look underneath, and wouldn't you know it, it's not a line, it's not a caliper, it's not the master. It's a hard line. Right underneath the center of the body. It's an Iowa car, so it's got a bunch of rust on it. And then I drive it up here in Utah, Salt State, more rust. So not unusual completely, not entirely out of the realm of possibility. Ever so slightly annoying. There is a crack in the plastic channel right by where the leak appears to have started, and it looks like it's been leaking a while because there's a trail of moisture that runs back. I don't at this point. There's one of the I've got the old Civic tires on it from the 15s that I had on here, and Civic has no ABS, which means the passenger rear has a flat spot. I don't trust it on the highway because there's no tread in that flat spot. The rest of the tire has tread, but the flat spot has no tread at all. So I don't really drive it anywhere life-threatening, I guess you'd say. It's 45 miles an hour and less. The problem is with leaking brake line, obviously, if it goes empty at some point, Honda's parking brakes are notoriously abysmal. They don't work as a brake. They just stop the thing from rolling on a very slight incline, unless you lean on it, in which case it's rolling. So that's kind of an issue with that. I was actually going to, before I get back to the laptop holder, I'm going to show the stream. Probably everybody but my mother knows how to knows my process for finding stuff for cars. So you know, one person might learn a thing, but I'm gonna show you guys. We're gonna open this guy. This one is gonna be, yeah, that one. Okay. We can actually turn the Logitech off for a second. So the way I do this, right, is the first thing you have to do when looking for parts is find the factory parts blow up. Like if you go to the dealership, the stuff they're going to use to find parts. That's your first step for finding parts for anything. I like my neighbors. My neighbors are nice. I like this neighborhood. It's pretty quiet for the most part. Okay, so the first thing that you do, it's a Honda, right? So we're gonna go can't type. MajestichHonda.com. So MajestichHonda.com DNSs you to a dealership's website in Rhode Island. They're not the only ones that do it. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do, actually. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. They're not the only ones that do it anymore. A bunch of places do it, but they're kind of the quintessential. They kind of started the thing, at least with Hondas, where they posted the parts blow up online in an easy to use system. You go over here, order parts. I don't know the VIN for the Accord like I know the Civic, so we're just going to search. It is a 2000 Accord EXL, so EX leather. And what I need is brakes, which I think is probably going to be in chassis. Brake line. Why does V6 and not V6? So there's 3 different brake lines, so we're just going to start with one of them, and we'll see. That's exactly the one I need. What do you know? All right, so we're going to take, and I'm going to zoom in a bit. And what I need is Type C is not available. Interesting. Okay, so it's 6 and 7, right? Type C is not available. So this is step 1. It's a 2000 Accord. Okay, that means it is 23, going on 24 years old. It's more than old enough to buy its own beer, man. Like, it's old, which means you're not relegated to simply the dealership. We can look for what's called gray market parts. Gray market parts are fantastic for end users. I don't know all the economics about how gray market parts affect OEMs and dealers. Gray market parts make a lot of sense for older than 7 to 10 year vehicles, right? So a 10-year-old car, gray market parts are not negatively affecting dealerships. They've already moved on 2-3 new generations of cars. It should be fine. And I'm over here talking to the freaking camera like you guys can see me. But yeah, so this is step 1. The reason we look it up here is we just see if it's available and if it's reasonably priced. Because a lot of times people don't go to the dealership because they think it's going to be a ripoff. But like for some of the stuff, I'll give you a perfect example. charcoal canister on the Civic. Charcoal canister failed, and when a charcoal canister in a car fails, you smell, on a hot day, you'll just smell gas fumes walking by your car, because the charcoal is saturated with fuel fumes, and they don't suck into the engine and get unsaturated. And you can change the timing. You could manually blow it out for a week with an air compressor and maybe desaturate it, but honestly, the charcoal canisters, it's filled with freaking charcoal, man. It should be cheap enough that you should be able to just replace it when it goes bad and it fails. So I went to Joe Riley's and I looked up charcoal canister, $300. I'm like, okay, well, it's an emissions part. It's probably going to be expensive. I kind of expected that. Didn't think about it. I was like, I'll just deal with the gas smell. A couple of weeks later, I was at Honda getting, I think, crush washers for like the oil pan drain bolt or valve cover gasket. Because some things you get at the dealership just because they're going to last longer, they're going to work better, they're going to do the job correctly the first time. And I asked them at the dealership. It was $80. I bought one right then and there. Well, I ordered one right then and there. Most stores aren't going to carry them, for a vehicle that old. They're not going to carry them. But we see if it's reasonably priced, right? And then if it is not, or if it's, not available, you just get your part number. Bam, like that. We copy that. We come over here. And first thing I like to do is try eBay, because a lot of gray markets sell directly on eBay. So, oops. That was the wrong button. I think I hit B at the same time. So we search eBay for, this is line C, right? Yeah, the not available one. Nothing. Okay. How about line D? Is line D available? Come on. Capturing the browser with OBS is quite troublesome, actually. Nothing. Alrighty then. So now we go and we just do generic search. Genuine parts. 167. More expensive. You can also take this quote to most dealerships these days. You can, if you go to Majestic Honda and you say, hey, I got this part number, this is what it costs, stick it in the cart, figure out what the shipping's going to be, because they're going to have their own markup on everything, right? They buy it for some amount and then they sell it to you as a service. And that's kind of the whole idea of markup. I'm selling it to you, I know where to get it, I have the suppliers, I get a little bit of a price break because I buy from these people regularly, so they give it to me a little bit cheaper, which helps me get it to you a little bit cheaper. But the fact that I had to build that relationship in the first place is what you're paying for. You're not paying the markup for the part because people are greedy. You're paying for the connection they made and the amount of business they do with those people, keeping their business relationship in good standing. So you're paying for honesty, and you're paying for integrity, and you're paying for the service of them finding you the part and getting it for perhaps a slightly lower cost. The internet has kind of ruined markup. What do you call that? Damn it! Not scheme. It's not a. It's a scheme, but it's not a scheme. Formats, not formats. The system of operations that businesses use to operate. Yeah, as soon as you get that thing apart, send me some pics in Discord, and we'll try to see if we can't figure out. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe it's something else. I don't know. So, all right. So we can find that guy. But yeah, we could get this price plus shipping at my local dealership right down the street. So it'll probably be like $15 shipping, which comes out to about that, right? But this is also going to have shipping because that's online, right? So, we're going to try to find C, since C is not really available. I wonder if C's one that fails all the time, and that's why it's not available. Yeah, they're saying they have it. I'm actually, we'll just call the dealership real quick, the local dealership, and we'll find out if they can get their hands on it. So sometimes, like, again, keep in mind, this is this dealership. It says not for sale. So maybe someone bought theirs and it's out of stock, and maybe they're on back order, but there's stock elsewhere in the country that maybe they don't have access to, right? So now what we're gonna do, we'll turn Firefox back off of here so I can talk at you guys. Come on. Thank you. Alright, so then what we do is we call the dealership real quick. Yes, Hinda. I want to call Hinda. I also have to revisit this rain channel sealant because I swear I saw a drip of water on the driver's side the other day after sealing the thing.
Welcome to Young Honda in Logan. For service, press 1. For parts, press 2.
That was weird. Took the computer a while to pick up. I think I'll also do a video on how to talk like a business owner when going and buying parts. Hey, I've got 2 part numbers for you. I need price and availability on these bad boys.
I've got for you. What's your,
First number is 46330 Sierra 82 Alpha 00. It's a brake pipe C, apparently. Second number, 46340 Sierra 82 Alpha 00. Brake pipe D. I've got a leak. The car was an Iowa car, and now it's a Utah car, so rust. Yeah, so Majestic Honda says C's not even available. It says D's available, and Honda Parts Now appears to think that C is available. But, okay. Right. So what is, without any fiddling, what is my cost for both of them out the door? Ouchies. Okay, so Majestic Honda doesn't actually have even a price for C, but for D, we've got $159.13 minus shipping. I can see what shipping gets us. What's estimated shipping? $510. Oh my! I mean, it's light, but it's gonna be a big, long, thin like box, right? So, holy crap. Okay, so maybe figure out which one line is leaking then, and we go that route. That'd be amazing. Alright, guess I'll disassemble that track and we'll see which one's leaking then. All right. Thank you, sir. $510 for shipping. What's Honda parts now? I just heard myself laugh. Oh no. Oh, there we go. Estimate shipping. Yeah, $500 for shipping. Oh no, $320 for shipping. It's gotta be because it's an oversized part, so they ship it by size instead of weight. And so the cheaper solution in this case will be, I can do two things. I can try to salvage the remainder of the line on the Accord, flare two ends, cut it back some X distance on either side of the brake, try to flare two ends and put a hose on it, or put another section of hard line in it. That's going to add more possible failure points, and I'm going to have to modify the tray that runs along the body. And the problem with that is I don't know if it will work, simply because the rest of the line is just as rusted as whatever part just broke, obviously. I could... It's steel. I could try to really redneck it and see if steel putty would fix the leak and deal with the pressure. I'd really rather not do that. If I can, I would much prefer to replace it with the correct part, obviously, because that's the safest and best solution. But if we're not... Oh yeah, I just got back into the stream. Sorry. Yeah, man. Birth and death. Yeah, that was from the Rhode Island dealership at $500 shipping. Yeah, I mean, for $500 you could drive the truck empty with just that one box on it, right? Like, come on. Oh yeah, I can imagine that something that old, Colin, you pull it apart, that gasket's just gonna like not even any kind of hope. Okay, I was oh yeah, Mr. McGee. Since you're new here and you didn't get to see it, this is my laptop holder for inside the Civic. I'll turn the Logitech on here again in a minute, and I'll show you guys where it's going. But I built it to handle both this laptop and the Asus that I'm using right now to stream. So it's a little bit wider than, it's a little bit bigger than the Lenovo, but I've got these two little tabs here. When you open the screen, it holds it a little bit better. Right. These little tabs here, right? And then a little emergency tab, just in case. So I can open the screen and it won't just like fly out. Of course, looking at that, I don't know how it'll work as an emergency tab so much as a screen breaking tab. If I hit something and the laptop comes up and the screen folds back when it comes back down, it might just hit that and break. So I might end up chopping a bit of that off. I'll look at it once I get the thing installed in the car, right? That's going to be what's going to tell me. I'm also going to paint this guy I've got some, grab it real quick. Actually, I don't know if I have enough. Oh, where'd that little piece go? I mean, I can always go get more. It's actually really cheap. So I've got this guy. Some, so I've still got some scraps of it somewhere. So I've got this, which is just regular old rubber. We can put underneath the laptop. Bam, like that. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. So I'm going to put strips of rubber on this piece right here, because that's the same thickness as the steel. And then I've got foam, which would provide a better ride for up here, and lay it across here and there, glue it all down, and that way I don't have to worry about like breaking things, the plastic underneath. That's the idea. Yeah, I imagined it would be a diaphragm type of thing. That. Huh. That's weird. Oh yeah, Mr. McGee there, the guy that taught me about welding. I don't know how clear those welds are. Let me scroll back over here real quick and go look back at those pictures again. And this is, I mean, you know, you can tell, but for those that don't, this is proper MIG, not flux core. Yeah, these ones aren't so great, but it'll hold. It's like, I didn't get crazy penetration. Get it in the light there? Yeah, I didn't get crazy penetration, but I think it's probably enough that it can handle a laptop and bouncing around in a car, right? As long as, honestly, as long as these two surfaces achieved penetration, I don't need full penetration through the plate at this point. That's a banger. Oh. Yeah, it's... Is that a pump? That can't be a pump. It just looks like a freaking, not a pump. Got two springs in it, though. Why would it need two springs in it? Oh, I bet I know what they're doing. Where does that line come from off the engine? Does it come from the carb, or does it come from the intake tube? Is that the one that comes from the intake tube? Yeah? You think so? Okay, so on low cylinder engines, one cylinder, two cylinders, I don't know about 3, 4s, 5, 6, but on low cylinder count engines, you get fairly substantial pulses that propagate backwards from the intake valve into the intake. So if you watch, especially a carbureted 1 or 2 cylinder engine, you'll see fuel spraying back out of the carb while it's running, and that's normal. That's actually normal. Fuel coming back and spraying on the air filter. Because that pulse, when the intake valve closes, there's a hard pulse of air that travels at about the speed of sound back towards the air filter. And that's that sound you hear when you go full throttle. That's the reason that the intake gets louder, is because that's air motion at the speed of sound through more dense air because the air is moving. The valve closes, it compresses. There's a higher speed of sound there than there is in the airbox. So that's what that kind of sound is back through the intake. So I imagine what they're doing is they're using those pulses to move that diaphragm to pump just the little tiniest amount of fuel each time. So I guess then what you do, because it should work on cranking, because you'll still get pulses on cranking. So pull the fuel line off the carb end and just kind of hold it up and crank it and see if it boop, 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 kind of spurts a little bit of fuel out the end there. Because what we're, at this point, we're interested in is the fuel getting all the way from the tank to the carb. That's the next thing we need to find out. After that, it's probably going to be debris in the carb or debris, well, still in the carb, in the main jet or in the main circuit somewhere, or the throttle doesn't stick at all, right? I think I asked that yesterday. Is the throttle smooth? Is it, you hit the throttle and it's just nice, smooth, easy movement? Yeah, and you run on E, Mr. McGee. I run on C. I adjust my voltage based on the material thickness that I'm working with. Because I haven't quite figured out how to just go faster. Right? I still get on some of the thinner stuff, like that stuff there. If I try to put it on E, I'll just burn through. Like, I don't know how to do that where I'm just like, look at it. Not quite there yet. Mexico. All right. I see you later. Get some more 12 while you're down there, eh? Yeah, it was good to see you, though. Keep an eye out. Or I stream most days at this point, so if you want to come hang out, come hang out. Okay, the next thing I need to do... Alright, so the first thing I want to do, actually, is I need to find bolts. I need to find longer bolts for this guy. Oh, I have spatter. So that can go in there. Okay, so we're going to put this back in so that I can mount the steering bracket back to the floor, because it's only held on by 3 bolts at this point, which is fine. It's probably fine. But put that down. I'm going to just put a piece of flat underneath, drill some holes, easy peasy. So what I want to use for that is tell you what, this is why you keep old scraps around, man. Look at this. This, in case you can't tell, used to be part of the structure for what is now my shop press. It was a bearing press. It was half the height, and it had these as braces on the feet, which I just welded poorly in flux core. Oh, those welds look so bad. They're so bad. But that is the same size bolt hole. So we're just going to use this as the tab that comes out. Might need to drill that hole just a smooch wider. Probably not, though. Look at those bolts. Look at those bolts. Actually, those bolts might even work, because that's a little thin piece right there. So yeah, we'll stick that down there, and then I'll have this See, I don't know, because this is kind of... It's stiff enough. I can't just bend it by hand easily. And a laptop's not going to... Even the bracket together with the laptop isn't going to weigh that much. So that should work. Okay. I'm just going to drill a hole in this real quick. Oh. Yeah. Next time you're in here, Mr. McGee, remind me, and I'll show you the simple mod I did to the vise that I think you'll get a kick out of. Oh, donde está mi drill? Over there. Alright. We'll look at the bench still, right? Yeah, we'll look at the bench. Oh, where'd it go? So that is a 8mm bolt. So what's 8mm in backwoods freedom units? 5/16. So pilot. Five sixteenths. We'll actually do 7/16. We'll actually do 25/64. Because we can't use the decimal system. The decimal system is hard. Tens are hard, man. I can't 10. What do you mean 10? You can use 10. What? Humans. Oh, I had a thing around here somewhere. There it is. Cutting lube pen. Actually, what I probably should do is I should probably peen this first. Center punch. Should be one here. There we go. Might go up one more actually. Probably less than ideal. Going up after you got the hole drilled. But, you know, stuff and things. Yeah, I mean that definitely is a pump body. So if you see those little like circular, like the radioactive symbol type of shapes there, those are valves. You have an inlet valve and an outlet valve, and the vacuum goes to the non-fuel side of the diaphragm, and as the diaphragm moves out, it pulls fuel into one chamber, and it fills the whole chamber, and then when the diaphragm pushes in, it pushes fuel. It pushes that valve closed, pushes the other valve open, and sends it out to the carb. That's inventive. That's pretty good stuff right there. I'm pretty sure that's the same mechanism by which mechanical fuel pumps on like old engines and cars worked. The cam-driven pumps where you had an arm that moved up and down. Pretty sure it's that same mechanism. But yeah, pull the line off the carb and just crank it and see if it pushes fuel out. There we go. That battery's almost dead. Alright, so now got that guy. Alright. Now this goes underneath the brackets. I was gonna weld to the bracket, but then I'm like, I don't really want to do that. Alright, let's put this guy up on the floor real quick. Let's turn on the Logitech real quick. Boosh! Howdy doodies. Just stick this guy down here. Yeah, that. Easy peasy. Make sure these holes line up. Or my gosh. Maybe. Maybe. Where'd I put my ratchet? Oh. It is over here. And it is very hot. The ratchet is very, very hot. It is not cold. Sure, put all my drill bits away. Even though I'm missing one, don't know where it went. Yeah, that's going. That's going. All right. Now, what I need to come up with, it's going to sit right here. So I'm going to have a bar, comes up. I need to measure that. So 17, ¿dónde está mis tape o measuro? I need a metric tape measure. What do you think the chances are Harbor Freight has a metric tape measure? Go take a look. No. Never. Metric tape measure. Nothing. Okay. Metric measuring tape. Oh! Is Home Depot? Let's see if Home Depot. Home Depot. Dot command. Jesus Christ. Okay, tools, options, privacy and security. What things are allowed to ask me things? Nothing. Block requests. Block requests. Block requests. No notifications. Block requests. Autoplay. Block all. Do not autoplay. VR. Block all requests. Ease. Okay. Metric. Tape measure. Bam. I will tell you if I want you to know my location. You do not ask. Dick nuts. Oh, hi. Okay. Yeah, I want just metric measurements, just centimeters, no inches. Yeah, these are all going to be both. I don't want both. I want centimeters only. Might have to go down there and take a look. Oh boy. Yeah. Since we are in Freedom Land, gonna have both, regardless. Because I need to order one from across the pond somewhere. Okay, what do I want to do? I want to use. I guess I gotta frickin' work in caveman units. Here, we're at 17. That's 2.5. 14.5. We do 14.5. A tab there. Oh, so I need a tab. I need a tab to weld to. And none of this is going to be exact measurement anyway. I don't need it to be. I need it to be about where I need it to be in the car when I get done with the stuff that I'm doing. Got this round bar. can use it as a support. Actually, why don't I just use all of these? All the structures for the press. Reduce, reuse, recycle. In the name of some other species, Captain Planets. It'll be something like... Oh. This needs to come straight up. That'll work. Sweet. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Stop, adapt, improve. It's still charging. Okay, so this guy I want to remove. Always use the right tool for the job. Channel locks for nuts and bolts. I haven't heard a ding from Colin in a little bit. Have we... Have we pulled the line to verify whether we get fuel or not? I also need this at an angle. What angle do I need? Mr. McGee would be proud of me. I have a tool for that. If I can find it. Oh, okay, I got you. I got you. It's freaking hot today. Feel the heat coming in from the Accords, the windshield is reflecting heat straight into the garage anyway. But still, it's freaking hot today. Too hot. Gross hot. It's icky, nasty, disgusting hot. Icky, poopy, no-no hots. Polly Ann was here, she'd laugh. She says icky, poopy, no-nos. Where are you at again? Draper, right? Go take a look. I'm curious. Oh. What's this says? It says 65, real feel in the shade 65, which is perfectly acceptable. Real feel in the sun is 73. You lied to me, sir. It's too hot. .3 degrees. You know, for not having measured this thing when I built it, that's not bad. I need this. I'll need... Now I can use vice grips, Colin. Now I can use the vice grips. I got a little pair right here. That should be close enough. A little bit more. Okay, so we get in here. does not sit flat. That's squishy, there's no telling. That thing doesn't sit flat. Okay, so we need this to be like that. What is that thing? That's good stuff. I measured the angle of the laptop at 35 degrees yesterday. Guess what the angle of that is? It said 38, a little bit of fudge factor. 35s all the way around. So, I need to make cut here 35 degrees. Or 90 minus 35. 55? 55 degrees? Where's my marker so I can not forget what this is? That's an annoying ass plane. I gotta go see what that is. That is freaking annoying. Right, I think there's something wrong with your engine. Oh, crap. Crap. Something about like that. And I'll probably just weld a tab to the bottom of that. Do I want to do it that way? Facing away from me. I think I want to do it that way, facing away from me. So, let's go back into the chat window. Yeah, 64, like by itself, is fine. Uh, 64 Fahrenheit, which is like, what is that, 18 degrees Celsius? That is the point above which I sweat at rest. So 64 degrees Fahrenheit, sitting on my ass doing nothing, I'm sweating. So me, I prefer 40s and 50s. 40s and 50s, which is like, you know, between what, 8 and 12 Celsius? Yeah. That's what I prefer. Alright, so what we're gonna do is put on some glasses, unplug these headphones, unplug the headphones, turn on Bluetooth, turn on the headphones, Russian trance remix of a Finnish folk song. This guy, I'm gonna face that way. I need a correct tool, matey. I think it's like a 17. I need 35. That way. Cool. You don't have to mark it. Where did I put my marker? I think it's in the car. I need to cut it the other way. Vista Stelante, do 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 do. Vista Stelante, Lando, like a duck do today, do. It's gibberish. It doesn't matter if you get it right. Oh. $35. $35-ish. I need a brace. There we go. All right. Because I can just take these marks and use the cutoff whip. We'll do this stuff right, we'll stick it in the vise. Quite enough ice on the bench too. I'll do that. Fuel is pumping in jams. All right. Now, stick this on here. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Maybe we need more angle. Yeah. Okay. Need a little bit more angle. But the chop saw can't do that, so cut off wheel it be. I'm gonna drag the vise closer to the wall. There we go. Okay, so this angle needs to be greater. I said 35 should work. I was wrong. I had a feeling as I was saying the words, I was like, 35 feels kind of shallow. Probably needs to be, probably should have done 55. On there. Which would have been 35 the other way. Yep. That's fine. And what I might end up doing anyway is just putting a tab on here to weld to that guy. That's probably better. Oh. Yeah, that'll work. Now, I'm not even going to measure it. So we're going to take and weld. I need to make this bolt to the floor first. Don't do stuff out of order. Mr. Labib's Mr. La Roommate Man, are you here? I'm out of tea! So what we're going to do with this guy is we're going to cut a little groove out about here. No, I'm going to put a tab on it. Actually, because we're going to cut it off here. about the height that I need it. Yeah, I'm just gonna weld a tab on it. It was a Friday night, I walked alone to get the feeling right. She started making that. She took off her pants, but then I turned on the TV, and that's about the time. Okay, gotta remove the powder coat before we can weld to it. So what we're going to do then is remove some more paint from this. And get a ground connection. There we go. We're going to clamp it to the bench. Plug this guy back in. Hang him up. Take these off. Put this on. Gas. Fill the tube with gas. This side. Get a little tap going. We're just going to measure this angle real quick, because I just need him to be vertical. No, needs to come up a little bit more. So, yep. Knew we were going to break off. A little bit more. Give that a go. Yep, that's it. All right, weld it, weld it. That's why we generally remove all the paint, because stuff likes to catch on fire. But I ain't got time for all that mess. Give it a little quench, which is going to make it harder and brittler, more brittler. Much more brittler. That's fine. Okay. Gonna go there. Sweet. Now we're gonna get meat. That's weird. When you plug them in, they turn off. Shouldn't turn off. You want a hippopotamus for Christmas? Only a hippopotamus will do. He won't have to use a dirty chimney flue. Just bring him in the front door, that's the easy thing to do. The hero standing there. Rhinoceroses, hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. None of y'all are old enough to know this song. I don't care who you are. Open up my eyes and see a hippo hero standing there. Want a hippopotamus for Christmas? Only a hippopotamus will do. No rhinoceroses, I only like hippopotamuses, and hippopotamuses like me too. I need a short bolt. Blah, blah, blah. Hey, kind of like that. Is that the right size? That is the question. What do you mean you know that one? You can't know that one. That's an old song. That comes out of the late 1800s. The hell is spoopy? Are you just making up words? You're making up words, right? Ah! What should we drop there? Okay. Yeah, I do that too. You change a letter and make a whole new word. Okay, I gotcha. Okay, we're gonna stick. See, you said spoopy, and for whatever reason, the first place my head goes is actually Invader Zim. You know, straight grr. That's the first place I went. Alright, disconnect battery. Since I'm so close to it physically, I'm also going to disconnect the ECU just to be safe. I'm also going to lube the crap out of the frickin' connectors. Okay, we're going to mark that. That's where he goes. Then I want it there. before I bolt this thing down, I gotta clean this area here so I can apply insulation. Insulation! Okay. Let's clean the paint off of these guys. Okay. Okay. Just kind of double check this bad boy. Make sure he's gonna right there. Yep, good. All right. Pull this guy out of here. Should be able to weld all this stuff together. We'll tack it first. The hell? Wow. That's terrible. But I had the paint cleaned off there. Couple of little tacky boys. It's not looking too bad. Yeah, that's gonna work. It's only for the first half of the bracket. That stuff's nasty. Do not breathe it in. Whew. Wow, that's terrible. Yeah. A big ball right in my hand. Not very good welds, but they're welds that will hold. And that's the key. These don't need to be pretty. They're not going in a pretty car. Ugh. Ugh. My nose itches. Alright. I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to cut this off. We're not going to cut that off yet. But we're going to cut the bottom one. Okay, so yeah, I want to cut that off flat. Not flat. Slight angle. About like that. Right? Yep, just like that. Okay. And then I don't know if I'm going to need a brace coming this way. I'll cut this, put this on top of it, about right there, like that, and weld it, and then we'll jiggle it and see what happens. I imagine, because this thing's heavy and these are not, I imagine we're going to need bracing. I now know why Mr. McGee always makes sure he has at least 2 grinders beside him. going to tack this guy on real quick. This is gonna be fun. I gotta hold it and weld it. It's heavy-ish. Heavier than I would prefer. You have to weld it right-handed. That's going to be lovely. Okay. Couple little tacks. Ooh, that's not light. Oh yeah. I'm gonna bolt it down all the way, just to be sure. But that the platen is quite heavy in comparison with the frame. That's we expect that. Here's the brunt of your fabrication time. When you don't have a blueprint to go off of and you're doing it one piece at a time, and you're doing it one so I want that more rotated. I'm gonna wash my hands, grab my laptop, and we'll find out. I actually need to make a phone call, so we're going to put up the back in a bit message. I'm going to go inside, have a sit down, cool off for a minute, make a phone call, and I'll be right back. Making a phone call and we're back to focus. We're back. Get out of here, fly. We don't like your kind right here. Okay, what was I doing? Oh yeah, we were checking the alignment. Let's check the alignment of the Lappity laptop, which will now be a car platinum top, no longer a laptop. Yep, so that needs a twist. Needs to be. We need to rub this one forward too. So there. Okay. Gotcha. And that's why we only tack things. What I really need is a electric ratchet. I need a battery powered ratchet. I have one, but it doesn't work. There's not enough torque in the motor to turn really anything. If the bolt's already like fully loose, then it'll turn. But even this little like rust that we're getting here won't do it. Will not do it. So we're going to weld it at the back. Cut this guy off of here. Yeah, it's 74 in this garage. That is too hot. Way too hot. Also, I need something to drink. Milk would probably be not good. And of course the music has stopped. There we go. Music! Less boring. So it's going to be back here. It'll be, so that's flat. So we need to twist it over. So that's flat. I need to twist it about that far. And doing this bit without measurements is a pain in the butt. So, straight, need to be angled. About like that. Okay, now let's take a look at that. See how we like that. Yep, that'd probably be it. Grab our lappity top once more. Put it in the car once more. Element big. Open laptop. Once more. That'll work. Or should it be here? Is it here? Yeah. That will work. I'll move this down a little bit though. All over the damn place. Okay. Yeah. I think we're there. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm gonna need another arm, but I think what I'll just do let us bend this, cut a slot in here, slide it up in there. And that'll keep it from twisting around so much. I don't know if I'll need to bolt it down or not. But we can burn that bridge when we get to it, right? Still need to clean that area and put down insulation. Okay, so we want it to fit. Right. We want to flatten it out just a little bit. Eee. Go! Go! Out of the garagey. Go! Go! Out! Figure out where the freaking nest is around here and relocate it. The bees just think that the inside this garage is where they should be. Now let's get built up. realize I got the whole thing then, huh? Gap fill. Now we're gonna let that cool off for a minute. Okay. Squeak, 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 squeak. Squeak, squeak. Squeak, squeakin', squeaker. Squeakin', squeaker, squeakin', squeakin', squeak. Squeakity, squeakin', squeakin', squeakers. Squeak and squeak. Yeah, that little ball did a number on my freaking hand. Hate those. Probably shouldn't have called the stream that. That was like the first 10 minutes. It was solved. Okay. You think it's cool enough yet? No. No. The answer is no. The answer is no. Okay. Set you down there while I grab the tap. Grab the tap. Yes. Noise cancelling headphones. Oh, got to let stop. I've then got to bend this over some distance. How about? How about that far? Foot! Just kind of go in there. I don't even know if I'm going to paint this thing at first. I'm going to try it out. Whoa! Is this stream smooth for you guys? Like, is the video smooth? What do you mean? Ugh. I think it's local. I'm seeing it really jittery on my screen, but I think it's because, like I said last time, the video card in this laptop is not happy trying to decode YouTube locally. Yeah, okay. So I just have to watch myself, like have my own stream in the background for quality assurance, I guess. At like 144 or 260 or whatever the hell it is. but got me a foot. Are you cool enough? Not really. That's gonna take a while to cool down. Guess I can clean that that area there. I'm gonna leave these on. I got music. I got music there too. So screw it, we'll turn these guys off. Turn them off and plug them in. Plug them off and plug them in, bud. Alright, I need... I don't remember where I stuck it. Simply green. I've got me a box of little simple green around here some ways. I just can't remember where I put it. For whatever reason, the only way I can do Scottish is if I'm angry. I mean, it's Scottish. They're always angry. I don't think there's such a thing as a not angry Scottish person. I don't think they exist. I don't know, Karen Gillan's Scottish, and she ain't angry, she's just hot. That's what I was gonna do. Where'd I put a screwdriver around here somewhere? Is it not a Phillips? It must not be. I need my camera. Oh, it's the plasticky ones like on the doors. That's why. Because it's a number 1, not a number 2. Like crap, how many freaking things do I have open? I'll need a number 1 screwdriver! Number 1 Phillips! Come on, lads! Number 1 screwdriver. It's not my favourite screwdriver, but it's simply number 1 in size. Hey! Hey! Oh no, Timmy! Alright. Oh. Airbag module. I'm tempted to just remove the airbags, or airbag. There's only one airbag. It's right there. That's the one airbag. There's two sensors on the firewall, which is why these things are death traps. One of the numerous reasons these things are death traps. The airbag will not deploy until after the engine is in your lap, or about when the engine starts becoming in your lap. The sensors are right here. Same place on the other side, ish. If I had the firewall section flipped over, I could actually show you, because it's completely stripped. The airbag sensors are not on the frame, funnily enough, in the front. They're not on the radiator support. Which I guess I could move them if I wanted to keep the airbag, right? Stick the sensors in the front, stick some in the back. Because the airbag won't go off if you get rear-ended. I know. Ask me how I know. I'm happy. I'm feeling glad I got sunshine. Okay. What am I doing? Torques. We are getting torques. We are figuring out which torques we need. T40. Probably is too big. It is smaller than T40. How about the 30? It is indeed a 30. Now I need a driver. How that goes, right? I had another driver. Where the friggity frick did it go? Where the friggity frick did it go? Huh. I really need to organize my tools so I can find all the crap that I know I have that I can't find. Be not crushed. There's that. I was literally just looking for. You know, I have two of those drivers. One is on the button, stays on the button. The other one no idea. And here's the freaking extension for it. Why? Can't find the driver. I probably need a ratchet anyway. Ugh. Okay. No idea why you need to do that. Tell me, there's another one. There is another. Right behind that ground. Oh, lovely. Wide bolts. Anybody that joins and thinks this is boring, welcome to the world of automotive. It honestly is kind of boring most times. Sometimes you get to do cool, fun stuff, but most part. It's just a job like any other. Not always fun. Huh. There's a second connector on here for something. I might open this bad boy up and find out what for. Look at that nastiness. That's nasty. That's disgusting. Oh. Also, unless you really know what you're doing, I would tend to recommend not opening things like this when you pull them off of your car. You know, the freaking airbag control module. Unless you're throwing it away. If you're doing a project and you're gonna throw it away, absolutely open it up. See what's inside. See if it's cool. And get in there nice and deep like. Wait. Get in there nice and deep. There we go. You gotta do the whole thing, right? You can't do anything but the whole thing. Now, let's see what's inside the airbag module. Because I have, on this module, a spare connector. And I have a suspicion that it's just the universal module for all models. It's the same module. And that this other connector is for the second airbag and I think another pair of sensors in the pillars, maybe? There are 16 pins. So because it's more than just one more airbag. Airbag is 3 pins. Maybe 4. But it also says do not drop. Which I'm curious about. Are they simply worried about damaging the PCB? Or is there an impact sensor on the inside of this thing? There appears to be an impact sensor on the inside of this thing. All right. There we go. And that is, right there, what tells your airbags to go off. Not that complicated, actually. I mean, that's kind of a hallmark of NEC. So these guys right here, bam, NEC, they make Made. I don't know if they're still in business. They're probably still in business. It's Japanese. They like to have their long-standing traditions in companies. So NEC makes very, very good electronics. Also, there's some circuitry missing in here, which means this board is probably used for multiple units with different features. Okay. Yeah. It's just one IC that controls the whole damn thing. Actually, Mr.'s BBs and Saunders. Look at this guy right here. Okay, we all know what this is, right? 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 What? One pin there? 2 pins there. The hell is that? And it's insulated. And this resistor looks damaged. Maybe? Maybe not. Looks very strange, regardless. Third leg, it's a boy. It's so funny. Quite interesting. I'd also like to know what's with the, why do we need a ginormous cap on here? Unless it's for, I bet this guy is used for in case the battery fails. It keeps the module on for 15-20 seconds. Something like that. Which is probably why every time you do SRS stuff, they always recommend that you disconnect the battery and wait half an hour or 10 minutes or some long amount of time, or that you short the terminals together to remove all stored charges from the system. Because this guy's got a big honkin' cap. You could stabilize a small stereo with that thing. Freaking flies, go away. Damn, hate flies. Okay, I just want to see what was inside. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Fuck out of here. Bam. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Shoo fly, don't bother me. Your mother is a hoe. That's how that goes, right? Pretty sure that's how that goes. Like 80% certain. 85.3. What I really should do is probably eat something. I have this bad habit of waking up and just not eating all day. I should probably stop doing that. But it's fine. It's probably why I always feel sluggish, I guess. Dead. Less than energetic. Alright, so that's clean. .3M glue and refractory. I swear I still have a small box of... Turn the welder off for a minute. You're annoying, man. Alright, so I've got a little bit of remainder. I want to open my second box of refractory, but I don't absolutely have to. I swear I had some small amount left over. A piece. But I have no idea where the shiz I would have stuck it. Oh. Not in there. Not up there. Maybe I did use it all. All you folks out there in YouTube land, where'd I put the thing? The thing that I was doing and using long before I decided to start using cameras to record life. I don't know where it is. I might have used it. A bag of concrete. Concrete's insulative, right? Oh. Yeah, I must have used it all. That's fine. I can open up the other box. That's why I ordered two in the first place. Books. You don't know. Maybe I put things up there all the time. Maybe I wouldn't know if it was up there or not. Like your dad's garage. You don't know what the fuck's in there. Nobody knows what's in there. Ugh. I don't know how to use a knife. There we go. Whatever happened to Carlos Mencia? Yeah, there we go. Box of blast furnace refractory. Yeah, exactly. What I'm talking about. Yo. Dog. Tommy G dogness. I'm doing that. I'm gonna need respirator, and it's freaking hot out here. I don't want a respirator right now. tomorrow morning, maybe. So, leave the ABS module, or I keep calling it ABS. Leave the SRS module disconnected and off. This thing should be cool enough by now, right? Right? Hey, I can touch it. Of course, if it had still been burning hot, I'd have just burned myself. Ah! Here is what takes so long in fabrication. You bolt it in, you pull it out. 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 It's almost like that one very enjoyable human thing. Well, not just human. That one enjoyable animal thing that we all do. It's almost like that. But not quite. Ooh, I'm getting dizzy. Is dizzy because of lack of food? Possibly. That's English. Shut up. Now we weld this on there. Ding, ding. I'm a blacksmith, Mom. Look at me now. Autumn taught me how to be a blacksmith. Woo. All right. Now. Kind of like that. Air and protection. Skin and bones, don't you know? I'm just skin and bones. Skin and bones, don't you know? Skin and bones, skin and bones, skin and bones, don't you know? Oh, that bone's still in there! Just like my butt. I don't know what's in there. That's a phone call. Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be like doing stuff because I still want to organize the stuff so it's easier for us to find our own stuff. I mean, I don't have a vehicle. I'd have to, well, I have to take your truck because there's stuff we want to bring anyway, so yeah, I can drive your truck. 2 or 3 totes maybe for one thing that's in each tote that I need to just sort through for car stuff. I don't tend to. Yeah. She was gonna grab a tote of like clothes and stuff too, so she could like go through them. Yeah, is she like when like right now? Okay, so by the time I'll get over there, she'll have been sitting there for a couple of minutes. So, all right, then I'll probably say goodbye to this stream for the day. And I'm gonna run to storage and find some stuff. And we will finish up this bracket tomorrow and put the insulation down because it's freaking hot anyway. So we will see you folks later.